All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to welcome everyone here to the state of sin. Sorry. I don't know why. I just wanted to hold on to it for just a little while longer.
We need to get somebody with a trailer voice to do that.
I know, I really do. You know what we gotta get? We gotta get Bobby System Glitch to do a little setup for us. That would be pretty damn awesome. What's going on, my main man, Mr. Neon Fawkes? How you doing tonight?
Not much. It's pouring cats and dogs here in Toronto. We're supposed to get, I don't know, like 80 millimeters, which is, I don't know, half a horse or something in American.
Oh my God, that is a lot of rain. Does it always rain up there?
Nah, not really. Not Toronto.
Yeah. I hope you don't get lost on the internet, or else we are screwed. But I have faith. I have faith tonight because this is going to be a killer show. I can just feel it. Our guest is amazing. We might have a surprise guest a little bit later on. The lineup is just on point. On point, Jules.
Oh, yeah.
I think we did a good job at selecting some wonderful tracks for our listeners out there. And speaking of listeners, I want to send a quick hello to everyone listening to us live. Thank you so much for tuning in. We have our IRC, which is popping right now, and I'm sure we have a couple listeners over there on the YouTube.
Oh yeah. So let's give some shout outs.
Yeah, let's do a few.
Who I can see. By the way, if you're listening in, say hi in the YouTube chat. Say hi in the IRC, and we'll yell out your name. So over in the IRC, we've got Zoo, and we've got Rex Balls, and Dennis, you're over in the chat. Thetan Bait has joined us.
Yes.
Our overlord Z is in there, making sure everything's running as it should. We've also got Dysterian and Craig Packman from Down Under.
Nice.
We've also got our friends Neo Radio.
Hey.
Who, by the way, we'll be restreaming our stuff.
Yes, guys, we are going to be syndicated, I guess. Is that what it is?
I guess, yeah, like we're syndicated.
We're syndicated. That's what the big shows get, like Forever Synth and R.I.P. God bless their souls.
I know. Today was their last show.
We're gonna hog their slot now. We're just gonna yoink it right out from under them. It's ours now, buddy.
Gotta give some props to the folks listening in YouTube. We got Sam Ronan in the YouTube chat. We got Fox Resort. Hi, Fox. And we've got Nightmare Phoenix.
Very nice. Nice to see a lot of people checking in. Some new names. That's always fun to see some new listeners. If you are indeed just kind of lurking, just feel free to, hop into our IRC or just type your name in and say hi, and we'll give you a shout out. We do a couple shout outs on the show right here live. All right, so we're going to go into our top story real quick. And, oh man, this is a really cool top story. Ladies and gentlemen, new Retro Wave. You know those guys. Right?
I think so. I think I've heard of them.
They announced their very first hosted live stream event on Bandcamp. On September 20th, the label announced they will be hosting a one-night-only live stream featuring everyone's Scottish synthwave artist Michael Oakley. It will take place on October 9th, and Michael will be performing favorites from his albums California, Introspect, and of course his new album Odyssey. And not only that, anyone that picks up tickets, Jules, guess what you get?
Let me guess. It's got to be something special.
Yes, you get a free copy of Odyssey, a digital copy, I guess a Yum code maybe, and that's pretty cool because the tickets are only like $10. The album's like $7. It's kind of like you get an album for free.
Yeah.
And it's a pretty sweet deal.
As soon as I think I went. It's on Bandcamp. By the way, if anybody is. There's a couple of synthwave artists who have done Bandcamp live streams using Bandcamp streaming stuff, and it's pretty damn good. It is. There's a chat feature in it. It will cast whether you are a Mac user or a Windows Chrome user. It'll cast to your TV.
It's like
see it on the big screen. Yeah, and it's really cool for the artists too because they can set up kind of a virtual merch table. So while you're watching it on Bandcamp, they can lay out all their little merch and albums.
Oh, that's sweet gear.
Yeah, and as you said, when you buy a ticket on Bandcamp, you get the download immediately for the album Odyssey.
And it's going to be great. I know. I'm very excited. I love Michael Oakley, and he's a cool dude. And it's it's going to be a good, somebody may or may not have gotten a sneak peek, and that person may or may not have said that it's pretty dope looking show. So there you go.
I know it's on par with Ollie Ride.
Yeah, it's at a venue.
I also want a quick shout out. We were joined by Mr. 3.
Mr.
Karin
3
has joined us
nice.
as well, and Perilous 3D, and our friends Best Korea.
Hey, we know those guys. Mediocre Taiwan, you mean?
Yeah.
All right, so unfortunately we do not have Vosto or Kitty. They are attending a street taco festival tonight, so there it is. Priorities. There was a street taco festival, and
state of synth or tacos
or street tacos. I mean, honestly, Jules, I would have to go with the street tacos because.
Well, I don't know. No. You know what? I mean, did they know who our special guest was today?
I don't know if I told them.
Yeah.
So you never
For
know.
those listening, we got Robots With Rayguns who's going to be joining us
yes!
very shortly.
I am so psyched.
The man who invented synthwave.
Yes, indeed. We are going to ask him how he invented it and how tough was it to invent, and because it's a big responsibility, holding those keys. And I think very excited to talk with him and find out about what he's doing. His music's great. I love it. I play it all the time when I do sets because it gets your butt moving.
Damn right. And he's prolific, man.
It gets your booty shaking. All right,
we should be sharing Bandcamp links. You can see all the music he's
yes,
created.
Bandcamp links galore. And I tell you what, because we got so much ground to cover, we're going to go ahead into our first track here. Mr. Neon Fawkes, you want to let people know what we have lined up for them?
Hells yeah. Just a quick shout out to Mob Tech, who's also joined us in the IRC chat from Aussie Hey, Mob Tech. Anyways, French artist Tommy86 has released his newest album, which is some great, this is some awesome stuff.
Yeah, it's classic Friday, sound, that classic Outround sound.
Yeah, we were treated with a new album by Wave Shaper and Tommy86, so that's some classic stuff right there. So yeah, the new album, it's called Change of Scenery, and we've picked the second track from the album. It's called Voyage Immobile, right here on Night Ride FM.
And once again, that was Tommy86 and a title I can't pronounce.
Voyage Immobile.
Why in the world, like every word that's French, I can't pronounce it. I can't do it.
So I think it translates to immobile voyages.
Okay, well, there you go. I would have just said voyages. That's what I would have said. But like you said it in like a really fancy French way. And
yeah, it's okay. Think of that. Remember that song, Voyage, Voyage?
No.
Voyage, Voyage.
Is that a Canadian thing?
No. It was like it's some Euro dance, trance, techno song.
It sounds like it could be. What is that? The
90s.
Okay, all right. Well, I'll check that out.
I got some additional shout outs.
Yes.
Over in the RC, we were joined by Lord Tuts
and
Hannah Baird.
Nice. Good to
and
see Hannah.
Yeah, over in the YouTube, we've got Andrew Pena, who's playing Rocket League while listening to the show.
Nice. That is fantastic. I love when people game while they're listening to synthwave because that's really the thing to do. It really is.
Damn right.
Very much.
Speaking of synthwave.
Yes! Oh man, I can't wait. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my great pleasure to introduce to you the man who invented synthwave, also known as Robots With Rayguns, also known as Lucas. We have Lucas to the show. Ladies and gentlemen, nice round of applause. What's going on, my man?
Hey, not much, just chilling. I didn't really expect that invented synthwave to catch on so much. I forgot I had put it in my bio as like a joke a while ago, and then like I didn't realize some people actually do take it seriously. So I was like, you know what? Yeah. I'm gonna leave it there and just roll with it. I'm gonna lean into it.
You gotta lean into it, man. Especially when it picks up fire like that. You know, you gotta own it. And it is funny though, like. I look at your, and because, you know, I guess I got into synthwave around like 2016, and you've been doing it for a long, I mean, honestly, you could have been, you're definitely one of the pioneers that were out there doing stuff. I mean, you have stuff from like what, 2014, I guess? Is that like your earliest stuff, or as far as the genre is concerned?
Oh, 2010.
Whoa. 2010.
I've been doing Robots With Rayguns since I was in college back in 2008, 2009.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, the original stuff was like on MySpace. I have a whole album, like Electro Isn't Dead was a whole album that I lost, so I redid the whole thing.
Oh my god.
It sounded different. It was more like a minimal electro. But yeah, like at the time when I was in college, I was actually making industrial music. So the very first album I put out was under the name Grave Machine, and it was very Moby meets Trent Reznor, industrial music for like movies. And RWR just kind of started as a side project to kind of balance it out. That dark imagery, and then just kind of having that fun satire. So it started as a side project, really. It just kind of like a satire project, just to kind of have fun and make fun dance electro that just didn't take itself very seriously. And then what happened was I made Electro Isn't Dead, and I finished it up around when I had moved to Arizona. So I moved to Phoenix 2010, finished that up, and it premiered on Binary, which was a blog, one of the first kind of synthwave blogs back in the blog days, based out of LA. And actually one of the co-founders is Goldroom.
Okay. So
he ended up becoming Goldroom and got big, but he was in a band with the other co-founder of Binary, and I did a remix for them, and so they premiered the album online for free and did a whole write-up, and then the rest was history.
Right
nice.
Place, right time type thing.
I like the fact that your music doesn't take itself very seriously, which honestly in this world you need a little bit of that. You know, you need some fun music. The thing I like about your music is, first of all, it's catchy, it's dancey, and it's just fun. Like you said, it doesn't take itself too seriously. I mean, you look at the artwork, and I just love the artwork because it takes me back to actually a different kind of time. like you're kind of like hitting that sweet spot, like when I was going to high school, because Jules and I are, we're just a little older.
Well, for me, it's hitting that spot where I was actually now old enough to, and I'd been hitting a couple of clubs, and now I was like fully into dance clubs and stuff.
Yeah, you're getting in, and I guess
instead of sneaking into like underage bars and stuff, I was actually a proper, allowed to drink, and I could actually.
You
go
never
to clubs,
did that, Jules, did you?
This is the stuff I listen. What?
No, not Jules. You never snuck into a bar.
No. I never. No. I was good.
Man.
I stood outside and just waited for my friends.
Okay, guys, tell me when you're done. I'll be out here waiting for you.
I'll just.
I believe that.
But that, it's just amazing. I love the artwork. Like, the artwork just cracks me up. Like, my favorite is the tiger. Is it a tiger?
Yeah.
With the big fat gold chain. Like, I mean,
yeah,
that's amazing.
I remember when I was talking to my illustrator. So at the time, I worked with my illustrator, Rina Masad, on most of the album covers up until now. And I mean, we still, collaborate together, and we'll probably do further things. But basically from the second album on, with Fresh as It Gets, we collaborated very strongly together on that one. That one turned out great. And then when the next one was coming around, because I had already, by the time that came out, I had already started another one, and I had kind of a clear idea. And I didn't have like a clear idea of exactly what I wanted it to look like at first. But from the very beginning, I was like, there needs to be a fucking hot pink tiger. Like, how badass would that be?
Of course.
And I envisioned it having a gold chain. Now, in my mind, it didn't look quite as cool as what ended up happening.
Right.
But the coolest thing with me and him is that we'll brainstorm ideas and we'll collaborate, together on it. But at the end of it, it's exactly what I had in my mind, what I had constructed in my mind after we started, collaborating on it, and it just like come to life. And so as if I had drawn it myself, but just always a little cooler.
That's amazing.
I'm pasting a link for the album here in the chat.
Yes.
Wow.
For the album artwork, for a lot of the albums, and particularly Fresh as It Gets, but also with Wild Style, I was very heavily inspired by the Gorillaz. I remember I had the first Gorillaz album. I was at film camp when I was like 14, 15. We stayed at the dorms at Salisbury University, and I remember I had lost all my I had a very bad habit of, whenever I would go to like summer camp or any kind of sleepaway camp or something, where you had to like bring all your stuff, like for some reason I constantly would lose my CDs. I don't know why. I coveted them, but somehow or another, when the shit gets transported to where it needs to be, my CDs would always go missing. I don't know if people are stealing. I don't know, but it happened like 3 different times. So I was constantly rebuilding my CD collection. But the only 2 CDs that I still had that time was the first Gorillaz album and the second Eminem album that had come out.
Yeah.
So that's all I listened to for 2 weeks.
Nice.
So that first Gorillaz album was very, I had a lot of history with that. And I really loved the simplicity of the cover and how it just had the characters there and the white background. So that was really the inspiration for the Fresh as It Gets cover, and I kind of wanted to continue that, but just kind of, kick it up a notch.
Yeah, I mean, the music definitely does kick it up a few notches. Like, for me, it's just like, it's the epitome of like that 90s. Honestly, it's kind of like an early 90s. I hear like a lot of like Robin, Show Me Love, like that, like, that like classic late 80s, early 90s pop dance, and then you scratch and you mix the vocals, which just like, it adds that flavor, like that old school rap flavor. I tell you what, let's just go ahead and drop one of your tracks here, because it's really hard to describe your music without just letting the listeners just check it out for themselves. So the first track we're going to play here is called Hold You Now. This is one of, I want to say this is one of your newer tracks?
Yeah, this is on the new album that's coming up in November.
Nice.
So that's why it's not on
the newest
Bandcamp.
single.
You're gonna drop it with the album on Bandcamp?
Yeah, well, I haven't I have a new distribution deal, so it'll be on Bandcamp, but I think through them.
Gotcha.
There you go.
And so right now it's on this label called Phony Warnerversal.
That's a great name.
I was
love
looking at Spotify. I'm like, no, really?
Phony Universal. Or what
it's
is
pretty
it?
much independently released, but
Nice.
that's just like the vanity label name that I came up with when I did Cult Pop.
I love that name.
Warnerversal.
Warnerversal, because you gotta just mash them, mash every like label you can, and like, what is that, a label or is that a distribution company? Universal.
That's me as the publisher or label, and then the distribution is through the other company. But like when you submit it, you have to put like a record label name.
I got you.
Because they're not actually a label. So.
Nice. All right, well, we're gonna go ahead and give it a listen here.
Let's go.
All right. So once again, this is Hold You Now, right here on Night Ride FM, and we want you to listen and enjoy and dance in the aisles and all that fun stuff you do when you hear dope music. So here it is, Hold You Now, right here on Night Ride FM.
I know you're telling me you're leaving, but all I wanna do is hold you now and hear the sound of your heart beating. If there's a way to stop this, show me how. I know you're telling me you're leaving, but all I wanna do is hold you now and hear the sound of your heart beating. If there's a way to stop this, show me how. I know you're telling me you're leaving, but all I wanna do is hold you now and hear the sound of your heart beating. If there's a way to stop this, show me how. I know you're telling me you're leaving, but all I wanna do is hold you now and hear the sound of your heart beating. If there's a way to stop this, show me how. I know you're telling me you're leaving, but all I wanna do is hold you now and hear the sound of your heart beating. If there's a way to stop this, show me how. I know you're telling me you're leaving, but all I wanna do is hold you now and hear the sound of your heart beating. If there's a way to stop this, show me how.
And once again, that was Hold You Now by Robots With Rayguns. And yeah, man, that is like some straight LaBouche kind of like vibes right there, man. I'm just
Someone in
loving it, man.
folks in like chat. There's mentioned like Entrance. What we were talking about? What?
Razula, Everybody's Free, and Show Me Love, Robin S, and like all that. Like it's like 90s music. It's like that like 90s club. And dude, I love it. You're kind of like, first of all, like you've been around forever, but like I love the fact that you're kind of like progressing into this like 90s sound, even though you've always had that like, that classic, everything is like really that like classic, what would you say, like 80, 89 to like 97 type of vibe, like that, that era.
It's approaching. Well, Lucas, you were saying this while the
Yeah.
song was playing. It's approaching like 2000.
Yeah. You're getting
Yeah,
you're
like,
getting up there.
The new album definitely is very inspired by Eurohouse from that era. But I think that's just, when you grow up and that's the time period that I grew up in, and my parents were very much I grew up with Peter Gabriel and Madonna and stuff like that, and so my mom used to listen to Eurohouse a lot in the car, and so that kind of it was ingrained in the back of my head, and I think at the time I was a kid, but it just kind of had this mythos to it of the these warehouse parties that you couldn't get into or you couldn't find or something, like you had to like a very like hackers, very inspired by hackers, like that kind of
right
community mentality.
You need the secret code to get in the room and the secret knock.
Exactly, like that kind of secret club rave culture that I just kind of secretly always wanted to be a part of, and I want that to kind of come back so I can experience it as an adult. Yeah,
I think it's cool, and the funny thing is, like, it's really it's in a way it's romanticizing the 90s, and that's, to me, like, everyone says, like, synthwave is dead, and I hate to bring that subject back up for like the upteenth thousandth time, but it's so cyclical. It's going to turn into, I'm telling you, it's turning into like this 90s like romanticism, and then like surprise, like in about 5 years, like people are going to be like, the I'm telling you, man, the boy bands are going to come back. Like, you can already see it coming back. Like, it's already starting to come back.
Oh, that's already a thing. I'm
Yeah.
actually working on. Can I say it? Yeah. I don't think I can. I'm allowed to say it. But I'm working on a cover of. Is it Insane? Yeah.
Yes, it's going to be me.
Yeah, I want it that way. So I'm working with a few collaborators on it, and it's like very hyper pop sounding.
I love it.
Please tell me there'll be a music video.
Radio.
With like sync dancing.
Yes.
I don't know about music video, but we are planning on doing photo shoots in all white.
That's fantastic.
Oh my god.
Yeah, but I think that there's a lot of that happening. Kind of more on the underground side of it, like with pop stars like Liz and stuff like that, kind of having that early 2000s, Tamagotchi inspired aesthetics and things like that. And I think it's just always fun to kind of mix and match those, aesthetics in a very tongue-in-cheek way.
Yeah.
Because it kind of, makes people nostalgic, but also kind of, I like to, bring those things through like a new lens. It's like, okay, what if this was done in the future, or like now, or always mixing it in with like, I don't tend to actually like to do something that sounds like, oh, this definitely came from this time period, or
right,
something like that, where it's emulating, but more so, okay, well, what if this was done as like an R&B track, or what if I mixed in industrial elements, or like a break beat, or something like that. I always like to just kind of throw things into the cauldron and mix it up, because at the end of the day, there's so many vast different combinations of things that you can put together in interesting ways, and I think people just don't think about doing that, or don't want to take the risk of doing that. But I think when you kind of think, oh, whatever, screw it, see what happens, you have that kind of mentality that I try to have. I just have fun with it. I don't really care how it turns out, or people think it's strange.
I love it. I tell you what, let's drop another song here. And after this, I want to talk a little bit about some of your production, like especially like your vocals and stuff, and all the cool things that you do with the vocals, and a little bit more, a couple more fun things. But we're gonna dig into this next track here. This is called "Good Time." This is another new one. Is this one gonna be on the new album as well?
Yeah, that was the first single off of it. Yeah.
Nice.
Wait, so can we ask, like, are you allowed to say, when is the new album dropping?
November 5th.
November 5th. Ladies and gentlemen, put that down.
Okay, so like
Let me look at the calendar. Yep. Yeah,
Is it-
November 5th.
New
Oh, so wait, hang
Robots
on.
with
That's
Rayguns.
the same day Jay Diggs drops his album.
What?
Oh, is it?
Nice.
Yeah.
That's like that's a little foreshadowing because we have another.
Are you allowed to share the name of the album?
Oh shit! I should push back then.
It's-
Can't compete with that guy.
yeah, man, he's a hot deal. But we're gonna get to that too. You actually do a song with Jay Diggs, which is pretty damn awesome. But we'll dig into that one as well. But yeah, I'm excited. I can't wait for the new album. We're gonna drop this next one here. This is from the new album. It's the first single. This one is called "Good Time," right here on Night Ride FM. And once again, that was Good Time with Robots with Rayguns, or RWR, I guess, for short, right?
I think so.
That's a lot of words to
think about that for a while.
That's a lot of. The funny thing is, RWR. It almost seems like it's harder to say than Robots with Rayguns. Like I guess it's the consonants. It's too many consonants, not enough vowels. So, but it looks good on a dope, like fat gold necklace. Like
I think it depends on your accent, where you're from.
Yeah,
like I'm from Baltimore, so like W is W.
W. Yes.
Yeah.
RW. I can't even say it like that.
And I don't think I understood that I had a distinctive accent until I moved away, and like people would make fun of me. They'll be like, "How do you say orange?" I'm like, "Orange."
By the way, I gotta ask, just because I have a friend who was asking me to ask. Are you gonna have any T-shirts? Do you have T-shirts up for sale?
At the moment,
Tracksuits.
I'm all out of t-shirts. I do have to get new ones made, and I am kind of sad that I don't have any for the San Francisco show, but I should have them made by the time I do LA in November.
Nice.
So we'll be hitting up LA for Turbo Drive. So the San Francisco show, the Turbo Drive show, is this Friday in San Francisco, and then Turbo Drive is also doing a show at DNA Lounge, and then they're also doing one in LA. They got pushed back to November because of the mask mandates and everything.
Gotcha. Yeah, I think they're also sending a DJ over to Seattle, like 2 weeks before Neon Rose. And if I remember well, they might also be doing something with the Nitro Wave guys.
Nice.
Turbo Drive's getting busy.
Yeah, it's getting ridiculous. Oh, very good. And also, too, you got to get some branded tracksuits. Jonathan
Yes.
Leopardi was saying.
That's a really good idea, and I'm surprised I had not thought of
Get
that.
on that,
Yeah,
man.
by the way, I should throw a shout out to Jonathan Liberati, who joined us in the chat. He's like, yeah, tracksuits,
We
track
love 'em.
pants. Also, Night Razor has joined us as well as Night Audit. We're gonna hear a track from Night Audit
Very nice.
a little bit later.
I actually
And over
think for
in-
the tracksuits, for the Cult Pop album cover, the snake
Yeah.
has a pattern on it that's modeled after the Gucci logo pattern. So I might have to make some tracksuits that have the logo as like the Gucci type logo.
Oh my God, I would totally,
Gucci tracksuit.
I would sport a tracksuit because honestly, I'm actually in the market for a tracksuit. It's one of them things that I feel like I need in my life, and I think I would love to sport a Robots with Rayguns tracksuit as because that's like twice the awesomeness. You know what I mean?
Well, RWRs, it's just you've got the bling look.
Yeah.
Down pat.
Everyone needs tracksuits. I love tracksuits. I wear
Tracksuits are
tracksuits so much
amazing.
more. I live in Arizona, so it's not
Oh yeah,
the
not so many
best
tracksuits.
for the
yeah.
heat, but you can't go wrong with tracksuit because it's classy, it's nice, it's comfortable.
You can wear it
The Ru-
anywhere.
I know the Russians are ahead of this. on
Rock it
that.
with the gold chain.
You can wear it to weddings. You can wear it to parties.
Yeah, just like in Russia, they everywhere.
On top of a car, squatting in traffic, whatever. It doesn't matter.
It's just so versatile.
Well, okay, wait. Quick shout out to Time Strider in the IRC and
Yes.
3DDFI over in the YouTube chats.
Nice.
Okay, so speaking of, so Dennis, you want to ask
Oh yeah,
about
yeah.
vocals?
I want to talk about the vocals. I am in love with the vocals and what you do with the vocals. You just chop and screw the hell out of all of them, like the chopping, the changing of the octaves. I love it. I just eat that stuff up, and that's kind of like it's part of your signature. I feel like it's like part of like the Robots with Rayguns DNA because I hear it a lot. Now, are they like vocal samples? Are they actual like parts that you've just like chopped up? Are they like done like by vocalists? Because I don't really know if I can recognize any of like the singing. Like, is it like sampled or is it like live and you just kind of like just go crazy with it, or a mix?
It's a combination.
Okay.
It all started when I was a teenager, when I was actually making industrial music, and I didn't know anybody. I didn't know anybody who sang. I didn't have I didn't know have a studio or anything. I was a bedroom producer, just playing around with stuff, and I got my hands on like a royalty-free pack of house vocals, very cheesy house vocals, and that's when I kind of just started playing around with it and chopping it up. I think I have a very like Moby-esque thought process when it comes to structuring out my songs. I like songs that are basically just hook. Like I can,
Yes.
I don't need the regular structure. For the most part, it can be 90% the hook. So I was just kind of like, what can I do with these? And because I was making industrial music, cheesy house vocals are not going to fit that. It's going to sound out of place. So what I would do is I would play around with it, put a shit ton of reverb on it, make it washed out. I would pitch it up and down. It sounded very haunting. It kind of, meshed well in that landscape. And so, that just kind of became a thing. And then when Electro Isn't Dead came out, I released it as just kind of like a free, almost like a mixtape, really, because that has samples on it from Phil Collins, Shaka Khan, stuff like that. And then when I was ready to make more commercial releases that were actually available commercially, that's what I kind of went back to, because I had fun doing that and playing around with that. So a lot of times I'll get like royalty free packs and things like that. I'll have guest vocalists. It's a mix match of different things.
That makes sense, because you can kind of feel that like it has just this uniqueness, which I really love. And really, there's not a lot of like things out there that are kind of like doing it at this level, which I really love. But at the core of it, really, the thing that I love about it, it's just good. Like you said, it's like 90% hooks. Like you're almost there. You're almost at like Chosen One, who is another artist that I just love his stuff, and he's actually at 100% right now. 100% hooks. Like
okay,
every
Sander
line.
Gavin. Sander Gavin is another producer who's just, his songs are all about the hooks.
Yeah, he's got lots of hooks too.
Like that stuff is, it's once it's in your ear, you can't get it out.
That's it. I mean, why would you put out a song without a hook? I mean, or like 20% hook?
I think intuitively, for me, making music and then also listening to music, melody is kind of the strongest point for me. So a lot of times it's like I'm not even paying attention to the words. So for me as an artist, the vocals, as far as the words, aren't as important nearly as much as just the melody. Is just how it kind of sounds. So when it's like indistinguishable of what they're saying, it kind of doesn't matter, because I like to let the sonic elements kind of represent the emotions in there.
Absolutely.
More than the literal words.
Indeed. All right. So what do we have to cover here? We covered.
Okay, you know what? I want to talk about your upcoming live stuff with Watch Out for Snakes and stuff. But how about we play another Robots with Rayguns track?
Yes, let's do it. In fact, we have this next one that we have lined up, and we had mentioned that you would work with J Diggs, and this is the song that we're going to play. It's "I Would Die for You" or "IWD for You."
It's IWD for you or something. Yeah, for you. I thought it was. Yeah, okay. I was trying to figure out what the hell it meant, but "I Would Die for You." Okay, there we go.
Yes, it's a cover, right? This is a Prince cover.
One of my favorite songs ever.
It's amazing, and J Diggs just does a amazing job on it. And you don't have a lot of songs like this where, like you said, a lot of your stuff is just hook and just screw the vocal. I mean that in a good way, twisting it and shaping it to be more of like an instrument in a way. But this is like one of, you have a good amount. I'd say maybe like 2 or 3 on an album that is melodic with lyrics and everything like that. This is a cover, but this is an example of, just a straightforward, awesome song. It happens to be a cover. But yeah, so how was it working with the Mr. J Diggs? He seems like a cool cat.
Yeah, he's really chill, and he just has fun with it. Doesn't take himself too seriously either, and we just, it kind of leans into the cheesiness and the emotional a part of that song, which is such a beautiful song. So he's really fun. I want to work with him definitely down the line.
Yeah, I think he's. In fact, we might even be having him on the show. Maybe.
Yeah, I think so. By the way, so this one, you got two versions. You got 2 versions of this, right? You got a single version, which is, you were saying it's a little bit slower, but the one we're gonna play, it's from the album Savage Summer.
Yes, that was your just your most recent album before you came out with the new one that's coming out on November 5th,
right?
I believe, right?
Yeah, and then the slow jam version was actually the original that I was working on. I kind of retooled it for Savage Summer, but then I was like, it's just so good. I should release it as a separate single.
Was it slower, the single?
Yeah, so it's basically like a slow jam version. So and a lot of people thought that meant that I was gonna do like a slow jams volume 2, like a whole compilation, which could always happen. But no, that was just a one-off kind of thing.
I could see that.
Both of them need to be out.
That could be a very on-brand thing.
R&B inspired for that one.
Yeah. I mean, that could definitely be on brand too for your gig, man. Because like slow and sexy in the bedroom, kind of sultry. That you light up a couple candles.
Music to fuck to.
That's exactly. So So we're gonna go ahead and drop this right here, and yeah, man, this is great. This is the faster version, but I really dig this one. I haven't heard the slow one yet, so I'm gonna have to listen back to the single version, just so I can get my groove on. But let's listen to this one right now. Once again, this is "I Would Die For You" by Robots with Rayguns and Jay Diggs right here on Night Ride FM.
I'm not a woman, I'm not a man. I am something that you'll never understand. I'll never beat you, I'll never lie. And if you're evil, I'll forgive you by. Cause I would die for you. Darling, if you want me to, I would die for you. I'm not your lover, I'm not your friend. I am something that you'll never comprehend. No need to worry, no need to cry. I'm your messiah and you're the reason why. Cause I would die for you. Yeah, darling, if you want me to, I would die for you. Yeah. I am told, be a fire when you go, make you happy when you sad, make you good when you are bad. Not a human, I'm a dove. I'm your conscience, I am love. All I really need to know is that you believe. Oh, I would die for you. Yeah, darling, if you want me to, I would die for you, die for you.
And once again, that was "I Would Die For You" by Robots with Rayguns.
That is excellent. Speaking of covers, one of my favorite covers by you. I've played it so many times when I'm DJing
because of course,
"Love Is a Battlefield."
Oh, I don't know if I heard that one. Is that a single?
Oh my god, it's like so. There's lots of synthwave cover songs out there, but "Love Is a Battlefield." One of my favorites.
That's an old
You
one,
gotta-
yeah. I think I need to
it's old,
redo
yeah.
that, like revamp that. I am thinking about doing a whole cover album.
Nice.
In which case I would do a lot of new covers, but then also revamp a lot of the older ones, and just kind of update them. With Love Is a Battlefield, I think, I really like that cover, but also at the time I wasn't as good of a producer as I am now, so I feel like I would love to go back and kind of revisit that.
The Quixotic remix.
That would be fun.
Is incredible. Like
that one won. I did a remix contest at the time, and that one won the contest.
really?
And that was released on the deluxe edition of RWR, and I feel like that one's become more popular than the original for sure.
It's always good to go back and revisit things and just put a new spin on it. I think some people like frown on that, but honestly, I kind of like it when people do that, because it's almost like you're remixing your own stuff, which is kind of neat, and it gives people an opportunity to like hear their favorite songs done in a different way. And of course, they can always like listen to the original, but sometimes it's really cool just to kind of jazz it up or put new spins on things, or even if it's just like closer to the original, just to have a nice cleaned up version. Like they do it all the time, remastering. It's essentially remastering, basically, and why not, right?
Nowadays, it's just so much easier to do stuff like that. And if you think about it, it's like I'm sure artists have always wanted to put out different versions of different tracks. At the end of the day, you have so many ideas and so many that work really well. And I think now with the internet, it's like the more the merrier. Why not? You don't have to. When you're releasing something, it's not as expensive anymore. You can just put stuff out on the fly. You can have all those different versions for people and have it all out there, without it getting messy and everything like that. So, whenever there's a chance to do something like that, it's always fun to play around and revisit stuff.
So if you were to do this, let's say hypothetical at this point, what kind of stuff would you put on it? Like new stuff. If you're gonna do like new covers, like what kind of vibe would you be going for? Because I'd like to know. I'm really interested to find out, what's in your mind. Like what is like your quintessential like cool covers that you would want to do? Like if you just had like, all the time to just put this like banger of a cover album. Like what are some of your favorites that you would want to put out?
Oh God, there's so many, and there's so many that I've started working on or had ideas for or made instrumentals for, but there's like a long list, and I like to keep it eclectic, like have something from like Madonna, but then also something from like a goth band or something that I was into, was like things that you might recognize mixed with things that you probably wouldn't unless you were a part of that scene, or just kind of dug into the
basically something like a mixtape, or like one of those burn CDs that you would have made yourself back in the day.
Yeah, for sure. There is a Madonna cover that I've been trying to do for a long time. Nice. At one point, I was gonna do it with it was going to be on Cult Pop with Adina Howard, actually.
Oh, okay.
Because I like to mix it up. But it's of Human Nature, which I think is one of the best Madonna or underrated Madonna songs, because I really love her stance on sexual freedom and that those kind of progressive in your face things going on that she promoted in her music and everything, and I just love that song, and I thought it'd be really cool to redo it, but I'm actually thinking it might be even cooler to do it with like a male vocalist, just kind of flip things around, switch it up, maybe do another Prince cover. There's so many different ideas that I have. Ace of Base, I started doing that had gone through different vocalists. At one point there was Aaron Carter attached on that, because I was like, why the fuck not?
You speaking about collabs, like you go through your albums and there's so many names in there. There's there's synthwave artists like Thought Beings and Dream Shore, and then you sort of synth pop artists or synthwave like Color Theory, Brian Hazard there. And then I'm just like, the list goes on and on with all these. How do you manage it?
And I think the cool thing is that I always kind of work with different people in like different kind of scenes.
Yep.
I think, as a kid, as a teenager, I was always that kid that, wasn't a part of like a specific clique. I kind of floated around and was a little bit in each different one. Like I had friends in like each of the different cliques. So it kind of float around. Like I remember, lunch table. I didn't have like a specific lunch table that I would go to throughout the whole year with the same set of friends. I would kind of float around.
Yeah.
And I think artistically that's kind of what had developed because being in, knowing, hip hop artists and synthwave artists and all kinds of different ones. And I like to bring all them together on the same body of work and kind of have, different vibes on there that you wouldn't normally think of, or kind of cross-pollinate.
No, it's great. Like I was kind of like that as well. I couldn't fit into one clique. I just bounced around and.
Is that how they say it in Canada?
Yeah, Canada.
Canada. I love
Canada.
it. Life in Canada. Yes.
I have to say it the French way.
Le clique.
But yeah, I do love the eclecticness, and I think it would be great to just put out like a Madonna album like that, because yeah, she was just like really like a spokesperson for like that whole like time of her career was very freedom of expression, and which actually kind of leads me into my next topic. I really want to just dig into this just a little bit and scratch the surface a little bit, because let's be honest, we've all seen you on social, and we have seen, some of us have seen a little more than we expected to see on social media.
The way Dennis approaches it.
So, I would be remiss if we didn't just scratch the surface a little bit. You like
that booty.
You like to get a little wild,
Yeah, I don't give a fuck anymore. I think it's funny. Like it all kind of started as a joke, like because I feel like me being this, pasty white Jewish nerd, like you don't think of that kind of stuff associated with those kinds of people. So you think of like, these like
the Cardi B's
being
and stuff.
sexy, yeah. So I just kind of was playing around with it and being cheesy, and I sold signed pinup prints on my website, and they ended up selling out. And I was like,
what?
Oh, no, people think it's cool. And I just kind of kept rolling with it, and I'm like, slowly just gave less and less fucks. And now I'm just like, whatever,
It's awesome.
Yeah, why not? Why not? A short, pudgy nerd.
I think it's great. In fact, I love the fact that it's like so liberating, and it is like it's a legit thing. You have a Patreon, right? And you do have people on your Patreon that they want to get into the digs there and see the real deal, and like I find it very liberating that artists can do that, and not only like women, male, like it's a cool thing, it's a liberating thing, just to not care as much, and to just be free and be cool like that, and I dig that. Now, do you have an OnlyFans, or is it just the Patreon? I mean,
just the Patreon. I want to keep everything as in one place as possible. I feel like with social media, it's so like I get so me having ADD. It's like I'm all over the place, but at the same time, like at a certain point, like I just get overloaded. Where it's like if things are all in different places, it gets kind of confusing.
Don't you have like an intern to just take care of all your socials?
God, like no. We all do. I mean, come on.
I have too many issues with control for that.
Yeah.
So I do like to do it all myself. But yeah, I just wanted to keep everything in one place and just kind of have like a fan club, and then I just added that as an extra tier because I was like, screw it, why not? Like, have that content there because I have fun, kind of playing around with that, and it helps me with self-confidence and just kind of caring less about what people think and body issues and everything like that. And I think it's important for people to not have these hang-ups on what their bodies are supposed to look like, and
what is hot,
dysmorphia and nudity and just kind of expression and things like that. And I think a lot of it's just kind of dumb shit that people
unrealistic
assume.
It's so unrealistic,
right?
So I like to have fun with it and not take it very seriously, and it's less of a vanity thing and more of like a having fun and poking fun at myself kind of thing.
And it's almost therapeutic, I could think,
Oh yeah.
I mean, the way I look at it, I mean, here's an interesting story, but believe it or not, I was never really like the social guy. I was not the guy that would go to parties and like meet 1,000 people. I'm still not. Like, if you meet me at a party, like, you might have to come up to talk to me because, I'm a shy kid.
I've seen your Chippendales photos.
Well, when I have the Chippendales outfit on, it's a different story. I turn into a tiger.
Not the chipmunks.
But it's one of them things. Like, this is why I actually started to become a DJ, because when I was a kid in elementary school, I was the little nerdy kid, didn't have a whole lot of friends. And then when I went to like middle school, and it's when I started going into high school that I started to say, you know what, like, F this, I'm going to break out of my shell and I'm going to do something completely different, completely liberating that, is really going to just reverse like all the programming that I've had as a kid. I'm going to become a DJ. I'm going to put myself out there. I'm going to put a microphone in front of me. And it was liberating once I stopped giving a fuck, and just said, I'm going to do my thing. I'm going to put, now, honestly, if I went your route and started, selling, some questionable pictures, I don't think it would sell as much as they would with you.
You know what? There's an easier
I
way.
never thought it would with me either, so you never know.
So yeah, I guess some people could be into
There's a lot easier way to being cool. You just buy a motorcycle with a motorcycle helmet. That's what I did, and that way you can put the helmet on, hide your face.
That'll be the next photo shoot.
And pretend to be cool.
I think that would be the way to go.
I would be that guy pretending to ride it, like Joey in that episode of Friends, where he like pretends to have a Porsche and like gets the whole outfit and everything, but then doesn't actually drive the Porsche because it's not his. I would just be like, I'll get a motorcycle, get the helmet and everything, and just pretend to be a motorcycle person, but then not actually ride the motorcycle.
Indeed.
Because it's dangerous.
All right.
Dennis, let's play a track.
Yes. Let's go ahead. Drop a track.
We got lots of music.
And real quick, we want to let everyone know that it is officially Arctic Mega Defender weather out there. In honor of Arctic Mega Defender, because we all have everyone's got your Arctic Mega Defender sweatshirts, right? I guess that's like, it's just a thing.
I'm wearing mine.
I'm wearing mine right now. They're amazing. They keep you nice and warm. So we're gonna just play a track by our good friend Arctic Mega Defender, just to say a little thank you, I guess, for the wonderful ways that he keeps us warm with sweatshirts and with music. It's just the warmth is just there on the nice cold winter.
Yeah.
So we're gonna play this track for him, and
this dropped 2 days ago.
Did it?
Yeah, our Swedish friend Arctic Mega Defender just released a new single 2 days ago.
Yes.
And, so it's called Dreams of Finding Home. And here it is, right here on Night Ride FM.
We are the children of a wasteland, a never-ending maze outside this mega city. Dodging a police drone on patrol, I safeguard what I stole to set this plan in motion. Mainframe over scavenger ships. As I remember the touch of your lips, we prepare our next operation. Cybernetic war sensation, holographic images of everybody missing. They keep us on the journey which we roam, in dreams of finding home.
And once again, that was Dreams of Finding Home by Arctic Mega Defender. And ladies and gentlemen,
he did his own vocals on that, by the way.
He did. He's got a cool voice. I dig it, man. It's got that like low voice. It's like it's very signature. I dig it, man. It's good stuff. So very nice. Go out and get that single. Is it out yet? Yes.
It's out. I pasted the links.
Very good.
Yeah, we've got a disturbance in the force here.
We do have, ladies and gentlemen, we have a very special surprise guest, a gentleman by the name of, you might have heard of him, his name is Scandroid, and we would like to welcome him to the show. Let's have a nice round of applause for Scandroid.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's me, Scandroid. You may remember me from such projects as Scandroid, Circle of Trust, and Cell Dweller.
With the slight Scottish accent.
Man, Scandroid, your accent's getting...
It's slipping a little bit.
Recording over in Scotland or something?
Yeah, I was watching Braveheart earlier on, so I kind of get a bit fucked up. The accents.
And the farting noise did make it through the microphone when the mic was hot. Thank you, Michael Oakley, for that.
You're welcome.
That's
Anytime.
Michael Oakley.
I'm always happy to provide the Foley sound effects for you.
Thank you.
That is the summarization of the show, a big fart noise.
We still got Robots With Rayguns on with us.
The one lone Clayton apologist. The only person that will defend him ever.
Actually, I love Scandroid. He's a good dude. We had him on the show, actually.
Like a lot of people who were coming into synthwave, Spotify was throwing me all kinds of Scandroid, and it's all over my playlist.
Yeah.
So yeah, I ain't gonna apologize.
Nah, he's a nice dude. We had him on the show. He's a family man. You know.
He's a nice guy. Do you know, I don't think I've ever told you the story. I've actually met him before.
In person?
I've ever told you. It was a total fluke. When I was over here, and it was one of the visits when I came over to see my wife. This was before we got married and came over, and we went on a road trip to Michigan to see Tears for Fears and Hall & Oates. They were doing like a double bill. So they're doing like these. They were doing this stadium tour a few years ago, and so we drove from Niagara to Michigan. It was like a good 6-hour drive, and then we got there, and it was the Joe Louis Arena Stadium, and I saw this guy that was standing outside with his girlfriend, and I was just like, I recognised that hair. You know what I mean? I was like, that's Scandroid.
I know that hair anywhere.
Did he have the red mohawk?
He did.
Yep.
And it was funny because I said to like, my wife, I was like, oh my god, should I say hello? Because like, I don't know, should I? And then she was like, well, yeah, I guess you should. So I went over and I was literally like, because we were on a compilation together, which he probably didn't give a fuck about, but I mean, he just, you know, I went over and I said, hey, how you doing? I'm Michael Oakley. And obviously he didn't know who I was or whatever, so I was like, we were on a compilation together, still got a blank look, but like, do you know what I mean? He obviously was just thinking.
We were on a compilation together, still nothing, just like
he was just thinking,
glass-eyed.
he was probably just thinking, who is this guy? Fuck off! I want to go and enjoy the concert without listening to this stupid dumbass guy.
I love it.
But he was really nice, you know. I said, oh, you go to the concert? I said, yeah, we're going in. And he said, oh, I did a cover version of Shout by Tears for Fears. And I was like, yeah, I know. But he was a nice guy. He was actually, do you know what? See, for the persona that you see in the videos, you know, very confident and sort of, I guess you could say, putting himself out there. He's actually a very quiet guy. He seemed quite reserved. But
Yeah.
I mean, but then again,
when we had him on, he was very eloquent. And
He was. That's what I'm
he's
saying.
intelligent.
Family
he's a very
man.
intelligent guy.
one of
Smart
my
dude.
favorite episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he had some great advice when I heard his Beyond Synth episode. You know, he was talking about how, you know, it doesn't take much for people to put in just a little bit of effort just to lift their game in order to get noticed. He made some very good points on that, which I found quite interesting.
Very nice. So this just turned into a Scandroid.
Well, he's had a quiet year. I haven't really heard much actually from him. Has he released anything this year?
No, but I think
I don't think
he's
so.
got all the fixed artists doing
Yeah,
stuff.
he's got all the. Everyone's doing remixes of his stuff now. That's his gig.
To be fair, he deserves a year off.
Michael's going to be on my cover album. He doesn't know it yet, but
Nice.
he's going to be on that.
There you go.
That's
Wait,
fantastic.
There you go.
didn't we start to do one? What?
Probably. I literally have digital dementia, you know, just because of the amount of
I
But
would
at
love-
this point,
the amount of screen time that I put on social
I want to hear
media.
some chopped and screwed Michael Oakley vocals on the next Robots with Rayguns album. That would be dope.
What are the covers of? What songs?
I'm down. Oh, there's a long list. I haven't even started it yet, but I was like, this is going to be my next project.
Very good. It's
was like,
all
I'm
starting
determined.
right here on the State of Synth. We're starting new projects. That's what we do. We introduce artists, and it's kind of
Yeah,
like we mash two things together. What do they call that
We're
when you
cute. No. I
when
think
you
we're
take two
Cupid.
things and you mash them together? Does it blend? That's what it is. We're like a synthwave does it blend show.
Is this synthwave?
Is a synthwave does it blend? You bring them on the show, two random producers, and you're just like, okay, and go, and they just like mash together, and they come out with something. Sometimes it could be horrible, you know.
Let's just do a whole album together, Mike. Just be like
There you go.
a Jay-Z and Kanye type thing. Just do
That's
like a
it.
whole collaborative
You
album
can't just do a
project.
single.
Well, it's just Oakley with ray guns.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oakley with Rayguns.
Rayguns with Oakley, Robots with Oakley.
But
Well,
what
so
we'll
there'll
do
be
is
Michael
We'll work out the
Rayguns.
name.
we'll do that absolute Valentine thing where like I'm just a skinny dude, but somehow in the artwork of me I have all these big huge muscles.
Yes.
And yeah, so it'll be like the guns is like a reference to the fact I've got cartoon muscles.
Cartoon. It's got to have cartoon muscles.
I'll talk to my illustrator and they can illustrate you however you want.
Yes.
Thank
He'll
you.
put a badass
on a throne.
a gold chain that'll just
Yeah,
like
you gotta have the gold
6
chain.
pounds of gold, like just dripped and dropping right from your neck, and it's gonna be like
I can envision the album cover now with like, you know, like the presets, their first album cover where they're just like kind of chilling together on the throne and just kind of weird outfits. Like that'll be us.
Yes, I like where this is going. What the hell are you doing on this show, by the way?
Yeah, Michael, what's going on?
Oh, you got a thing coming up.
I do. I'm doing my plug here for my live stream show that's coming.
You were actually our top story. We did that because we didn't have any good stories to cover. We're like, all right, let's just cover Oakley's thing, and we'll just get that out of the way. I'm just kidding.
Well, absolutely. Yeah, I've got a live stream show coming.
Yeah.
And it's going to air on the 9th of October.
This show is awesome. I actually saw a sneak peek.
Let me guess. You saw Alpha Chrome Yayo's Bandcamp stream, and you're like, man, that's some good stuff. I gotta do one.
I haven't seen it. What was it like?
It
wait.
was awesome.
Hold on. You haven't seen.
I'm
so,
new to Bandcamp Live.
Let me paint a picture for you. Full tuxedo, full blue screen. He was like.
He had a cognac or something.
He had cognac. He was like
he's yelling
flying
into the mic
through the
because he's doing
city.
cover songs of like Mortal Kombat.
He did a cover of
Your Might.
Was it Limp Bizkit that he did a cover
Yeah,
of?
he did. Yeah.
Alpha, he's a beast. In fact, we need Robots with Rayguns and Alpha Chrome Yayo to put out an album. Like that would be that would be right spot on. Yes. I'm going to be there. I would buy tickets to that event.
So hang on, October 9th. You've got so you went and you've got this live stream.
You got a place, a venue, right?
Yeah, and this, we're talking production quality, like Ollie Ride's production quality here, right? Or better?
No expense spared. No expense spared.
Ooh.
I saw a little bit of the scenery. I saw to be fair, I think I saw maybe like a 30-second peek. And
if you look on the little trailer video at the very beginning, you can see the television sets and you can see the Roman pillars and the plants and the kind of that's the stage design. That's part of the set design of the stage.
You better smash a guitar by the time you're done.
Oh my god, that would be so dope.
This is synthwave. This is not Gene. I'm not Gene Simmons.
Why not?
Although I did see what's
smash something.
Who is it that recently I saw a video of they were playing live? Immortal Girlfriend?
Oh, Immortal Girlfriend took one of their keyboards, yeah.
Oh, no.
It must have been a Behringer. I don't imagine they would smash something Oberheim, to be quite honest with you.
Oh, that's great.
I want to do that. I mean, I would need to learn some instruments and then only to play them and then
learn
smash
the instrument first, then smash them.
Yeah, learn it first, then smash it.
Again, it would have to be a Behringer, just because no one wants to smash expensive equipment.
Yeah, that would upset a lot of. I think that would really upset a lot of synthwave producers. They'd be like, I know it's a rock and roll thing, but everyone would be like, no, not.
Well, one idea I had
if
I go on tour. I think I want to do where I have like a Beats by Dre headphones and I'd like throw them on the floor and then smash them with a sledgehammer at the end of the show.
That's rock and roll.
As a protest.
All right, so back to the show here. Like this is a cool setup. It's a cool location. It's at a venue. It's got lighting. You also have it's a bunch of people. Like, do you have a saxophone? I think you have a saxophone. You have like 2 backup singers.
Yeah. So my full band, we rehearsed and I've got backing singers. I've got my guitarist. I have my drummer who doubles up as a guitarist as well. I've got a saxophonist to play in a few songs as well. We basically put this all together earlier this year, and we booked a venue in Toronto called DC Music, and we filmed the whole show in July. It took a long time, spent the day working on it, and here we are. It's coming round next month.
Yeah.
A long time coming. It's been a little bit hard, kind of agreeing on a date for it as well.
Yeah.
Want it to be right.
It's a
And,
good time of year. I mean, it's definitely it's Arctic Mega Defender weather. It's like nice and cool out, and you want to kind of chill out and see some good music.
That's what I was thinking. I was thinking that would be a good idea to have it kind of in October because of that reason. The weather changes, and people are at home, but also and the show itself. You can watch the show. Again, up to 48 hours after the show is aired. So
that's cool.
So it's one night only, but for 48 hours.
Yeah, it gives people.
That's
I
a hell of a
selected
night.
that. You can select that option to add to the thing. So I just felt like because I'm aware that Outrun the Sun is going to be that night.
Oh yeah.
Right. So and that's an in-person event, so people can go to both events if they wanted to.
So October 9th is going to be a great.
Yeah, absolutely. And if by whatever reason they couldn't see the show, they can see it the next day. It's convenient for everybody else.
Damn those Brits, they get everything.
And this is new Retrowave, which is their first live stream, which is pretty. I mean, that's kind of newsworthy, really. That's like their first foray into this thing.
Yeah, I had a few phone conversations with them about that, and I guess part of when I sort of floated the idea of this, I did say this could open the door for doing other live stream events, and that would be great because I'm surprised New Retrowave hasn't been doing that already. It just seems to me such a logical move of the way this current situation is.
The never-ending situation.
But it also is he who puts on the better production shows is gonna leave a lasting impression, I think.
Yeah.
So it just opens up.
Look what Ollie did.
Yeah.
Well, his show is fantastic. The production values were absolutely fantastic as well. So I wanted to match that level of ambition with it. So things like the set design, I did that myself. I'm quite into stuff like that. So
very good.
So yeah, it was a long drive in a huge truck with all of the stuff. I had to hire a truck to transport all of the televisions and all of the set design and stuff like that. Oh my god, that was probably the only part that I didn't enjoy about about doing the show, because once obviously the day before I had packed the entire truck, but then when you finish the show and you're like, oh my god, I need to go home and unload all of this stuff.
Right, including the bust of what was that? You had a statue or a bust of it was almost vapor wavy. It was kind of groovy.
Yeah, I managed to get all that type of stuff.
Does that weigh like 20 pounds or 50 pounds? It looks heavy.
So, believe it or not, it wasn't really that heavy. It looks heavy, but it wasn't. What was heavy was the Roman pillars. They were.
Well, yeah.
They
all right,
were
Hercules.
They were like actual marble.
Oh, sorry, that's Greek.
Oh my god.
Yeah, they were like genuine marble.
That's nuts.
All right, who filmed this?
Brad Canan.
Of course.
He came all the way over from Los Angeles to film it.
Nice.
And he edited it. I just wouldn't have anybody else do it.
Right. I know you guys are pretty tight. Yeah.
He's been with me since the beginning. I mean, Brad's filmed everything of mine, and I just love working with him. I think what you forget is that when you sort of build a relationship with somebody that you work with, and as you continue to work with them, they kind of know what you're trying to do, and you feel more comfortable with them as well. So
right. Well, very, very nice.
By the way, we said this earlier, folks. I put a link in the chats here, but if folks want to attend this, they just have to go to newretrowave.bandcamp.com, click on the merch tab, and you will see the one night only live stream event with Michael Oakley.
Yes.
And you can buy your ticket, and when you do, you get a digital copy of your latest album.
Free
Odyssey.
copy of music.
Boom, boom, and you
Very nice.
get it in whatever format you like. Wave, FLAC, MP3.
Digital copy, yes, but digital's where it's at. But yeah, so if you had one thing to say for the listeners to get them out there and get them to your show, what do you have to embark on them as?
I think the biggest thing that I would say is that this is going to be a wonderful experience, and it's in part my way of, offsetting the fact that I can't do a tour. So the fact that I can't go to everybody else in their city and their country means that I need to bring them to me. So I've really pulled out all the stops here to try and put together the best possible show that I can to give you guys the best possible entertainment experience. And there's some special guests as well that will be appearing.
Very nice.
There's also some familiar faces that you'll see throughout it. It's don't miss out.
Well, there you go.
My Andy senses are tingling.
Yeah, and also I'll be there in the chat, with everybody.
Yeah, that's right.
It's
Folks
funny.
need to understand there's a chat. You can chat live.
I was saying this to somebody yesterday. It's very surreal that I'm attending my own concert, but not actually performing because it's been pre-recorded. So it's like, oh my god, I'm going to see Michael Oakley tonight, and in the chat, and it's just that
there's like Michael
experience. Yeah, it's sort of.
Who's that guy yelling at the singer?
Yeah, so because of that, I'll be in the chat and hanging out with everybody that's there, and
nice.
Oh, and there's another thing I'm just reading here. Ticket holders who attend this event will have the opportunity to purchase exclusive physical versions of the live show.
Exclusive merch?
Yes, there's going to be, there's a couple of things actually. I guess I could probably tell you this, but so for the actual event, there's going to be a vinyl version of the live show press.
Wow,
and there's also going to be a VHS version of.
Oh, seriously?
The live version and a DVD, and for the event I will have available, a few people have been asking for this, an exclusive deluxe version of California is going to be pressed for vinyl.
Very nice.
Ah, man,
that's better than an 8-track.
Y'all heard it here first.
Let me get that VHS.
You heard it here first, boys. Don't miss out, boys.
That VHS is going right next to my Rise of the Synths VHS.
Oh man. Well, get on down there and see Mr. Michael Oakley rounding up against here.
Would you believe me if I said I haven't actually seen Rise of the Synths?
I haven't either.
I'd believe you.
I did contribute to the actual was a GoFundMe they did?
The Kickstarter. It was done through a different. It wasn't Kickstarter.
Years ago.
Yeah, the Kickstarter. So I donated money to them, and then it was like, oh, that's amazing. Time Cop's going to be in this.
Yeah.
Oh, amazing. Vincenzo Salvia's going to be in this.
Gotta give the guys credit.
I never watched it or anything because I think I was bitter. I was like, nobody reached out to me. Nobody called me up. Nobody mentioned me. I was like, fuck this thing.
Forget these
guys. The kind of, I guess, the not so funny moment is that in the end, after advertising all these people that were going to be in it, they get pulled. So I invested in this project, and they pulled half of the people that I thought was going to be in it.
Yeah, I know Christine's the only one that I know that wasn't. I think she wasn't in it after they finished, but I got to give the guys credit. It was a juggernaut. I mean, can you imagine like going all around the world, like introducing and interviewing like all these people from just everywhere? And I would have been pulling out my hair, but they stuck to their guns, and I really enjoyed the product.
Nina was in it, and Tim from Midnight was in it, so that made me happy.
Jules is happy.
Who from Toronto was in it?
Jeez, I can't remember. I think Mecha Maiko.
Mecca,
yes.
Haley was in it.
Yeah. Yep.
And, and technically, I mean, well, I don't know. They're from Toronto, but Electric Youth, Relengo's favorite band.
They're not synthwave.
Nah,
I didn't know they were Canadian.
Yeah, they're from Toronto. But yeah, all right. So, folks, new retrowave.bandcamp.com.
Yes, go get your tickets
Go to the
now.
merch. One night only, a Michael Oakley live stream event.
Get that 8-track. You're going to love
There's
it.
chats. There's an 8-track coming.
Exactly.
Thank you so much for coming on, Michael. That was a wonderful pitch for a wonderful product, and
It's gonna be awesome, man. This is Ollie Ride, Michael Oakley. Heck, you know what? Even the Midnight. When they
Yeah.
did their little live stream.
they
event,
did a great job.
Real proper.
I really love
really
these
good production
top
values
tier
here.
production value shows. I really do.
Damn
And
right. It's the real. It's the real stuff.
it is.
The world needs more entertainment that's positive, because obviously with the situation, like say a lot of people, and even if people could have toured, it was already financially quite a lot for many people to do that. It's risky. So doing shows like this is a great way of bringing people to you. Do you know what I mean? That's the thing, it's a way to try and get as many people who couldn't see you at an actual show. You're giving them the chance to actually get to have an experience of that. Closest thing that they can get to it with higher production values.
And I'll be there in all caps.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Let's all type. In fact, everyone that goes to the concert, let's all type in caps for Michael Oakley. That would be fantastic.
Everybody listening tonight.
I'll be in all caps yelling for him to take his shirt off, even though it's pre-recorded.
Yes. Smash the saxophone, man. It's all typing. Yeah, we're all getting. It's gonna be a thing. We're gonna hashtag it. It's gonna be great.
If I don't see something get broken, I'm really mad.
Knock
folks-
over the pillars. Just knock them, crack them, break them.
By the way, folks, if you're following Michael Oakley or New Retrowave on the socials, do him a favor and retweet, reshare
Yeah,
this
yeah.
concert. Let's get some tickets going.
Because it's a big show, and we know you put a lot of work into it. So we want to, thank you for coming on and talking about it. We're all excited to check it out.
Thank you so much, Michael.
And why don't we dive into another track real quick and play
let's
some
do it.
music for these fine folks that are listening.
All right.
Let's cut to commercial.
That's commercial.
To commercial. By the way, quick shout out to ErpDerp32 who joined us in the IRC chat.
Nice. I love the name.
All right, so we've got another Swedish artist to play tonight who you may have heard of. He dropped his latest album last Friday called Mainframe. From beginning to end, okay, this release is simply incredible. It's really hard to pick a song to play, but we settled on this track.
I picked this
is
one.
Friends. Oh, yeah. This is Friends Again by Wave Shaper, right here on Night Ride FM.
And that was Friends Again by Wave Shaper. Yeah.
Man, this
So
album,
good.
man, I'm telling you, everyone got I'm listening to everyone. Everyone's got a different, like a favorite song it's different. Oh, well, I don't know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Everyone's got a different favorite song. Off
Exactly.
this album,
Exactly.
Mainframe.
And this one is
Well
mine.
worth it.
I love that. Like, I love the little samples and everything like that. It was
Mm-hmm.
just like, it's spot on. Anyway, we want to thank Michael Oakley. He popped off just as quickly as he popped on. But yeah, go check out that show. It's a cool show, man. You're going to love it. And
By the
we
way,
got some more fun stuff coming up for you here. What's up?
Speaking of shows,
Yes.
our
Oh,
good friend Robots with Rayguns, you're gonna be in San Francisco at the DNA Lounge when
Oh.
this weekend,
Yeah, Friday night.
Friday, and you're gonna
Nice.
be playing with who?
Watch out for snakes.
There you go.
now that
Like,
is a sick
wow.
lineup.
Robots with Rayguns, Watch Out for Snakes at the DNA Lounge, home of Turbo Drive.
It's actually my first
Yeah.
headline show.
Nice.
That's
Like I've done like a handful of appearances here and there, but it's been 2 years, and just kind of like here and there, but never a headline show like this.
That's great.
Oh,
And people are going to be
That's awesome.
dancing their ass off. Is clothing
Yeah.
optional?
I hope so.
Yes.
Well, their mask mandates are like really, so as long as they're wearing a
I
mask,
mean, that's
think
okay.
it's
You can wear a
fine.
mask, right? I mean,
Yeah.
totally, let's be safe, like, but, the pants, they're going off, like.
Well, in the contract, it does state
Is there a pants
the
clause?
things that you can and can't do.
Oh, shoot. And the pants clause is there.
And I'm actually rendering out the last minute like visual, like I just
Mm-hmm.
finished the visuals to be projected behind me, and I got like a bunch of Baywatch clips in there, and
Sweet.
just kind of babes on the beach and stuff. And I'm like, oh, some of the clips I'm like, I hope this is okay.
Of course it is.
Who cares?
That's classic synthwave performance.
Yeah.
Backdrop.
Fuck out.
Well, Carpenter Brew puts like, just like, well, I guess they have a different, like they go out and they're Carpenter Brew.
also puts the lyrics to their songs.
There's like blood and cheerleaders and nakedness like everywhere. It's just like I'm like, I can't believe like this is.
That's the kind of show I want to go to.
Yeah, I mean blood and cheerleaders. I mean, and then like they come out and like it's a hot mess of a show, but it's very entertaining. But
That's what I want to do eventually.
I hope to have that same vibe when I come out to your show. I wish I could go over there. Everything's so far. Like, I live near
I know.
Philadelphia, and nothing
Dude,
happens in Philly.
North America is no small place.
And we have Atlanta, and Atlanta is becoming like this hotbed
Yeah,
of
Atlanta's
awesomeness.
turning into like the place to be.
Yeah.
But
So,
like in
Well,
the
when I
UK,
come out
like-
to the East Coast, I'll probably do DC or Baltimore. Well, because I'm from Baltimore, so
I would do
probably
Baltimore in a heartbeat.
do
Sure.
New York, Philly.
I would
not
I
too
would
far
do
from
like
me.
I would drive 2 hours to a show. After 2 hours, I'm like, do I really like this group? And
That's true.
How about you guys? How about you two like write to Biden and get him to open up the goddamn land border?
I'm
between
working
Canada?
on it. I'm
Hey.
working on it.
I, don't know, I
was-
can fly to the States, but I can't drive. What the hell is that?
I mean, I was always for closing the border to Canada way before COVID. I was like, do we really need more Canadians here? I don't
Honestly,
know.
we
Hey.
don't.
Yeah, eh?
We-
All right, let's do some album releases.
All right. That's
We got to blast through this show.
yes. Let's do it for it.
All
Do-
right, so
do it for it.
last Friday.
Go for it.
As I mentioned, Wave Shaper, you just heard a track from the new album Mainframe, dropped last Friday, as well as the track that we started the show off with, Tommy 86, that comes from the album Change of Scenery, also dropped last Friday. Dennis,
Yes.
our favorite artist, I know you like this artist, A Walk in the Woods, AWITW,
yeah.
dropped a new EP last Friday called I
Nice.
Am.
He's always dropping stuff.
And here's another artist you might like. Yesterday, Kid Burn dropped a new album,
Yes.
Love in Times of Death.
I gotta check that one out.
Sounds happy.
Oh, that one's so good.
Kid Burn's
Kid
great.
Burn's off. Yeah.
I mean, it's like Italian. It's just, it's delicious. It's like a
I've been begging him to
September-
hear it.
September 24th, this Friday, our Finnish friend Ferris Milik is dropping his EP, Manukau City.
Yeah.
Nina's got her new single Gold Heart, which is dropping, and that was a collaboration with Ricky Wilde, aka the brother of, Jesus,
That
Oh, why am I
guy.
blank?
That
Kim
guy
Wilde
from
the 80s.
Kim
Wilde,
Wilde,
the singer.
yes.
Yeah,
That's
Ricky Wilde's her brother.
him.
So yeah, Nina's got a collab. Well, it's co-produced with Ricky Wilde and Radio Wolf,
Very nice.
my buddy from Toronto who went and picked up and moved to Germany.
Yep.
And then Andrew the Synth, who's active on Facebook and the various synthwave places. He's been working on an album since 2019. It's dropping on Bandcamp this Friday. It's called Second Chance.
Cool.
And then we're gonna hear this coming up next. October 1st, Night Audit is going to be dropping a new album.
Yes.
Out of Night Audit from Minneapolis. New album's called High Score, and we're gonna hear the titular track. Let's see, October 5th, Bunny X's album finally drops, Young and in Love. Lots of
Yeah.
collabs on that album.
Cool artwork by Mizu Cat.
Yeah, Mizukat's artwork.
Yeah.
October 15th, Droid Bishop, Into the Abstract. New album is dropping, as well as the other droid, Runaway Droid from Finland.
Lots of droids.
He's got a new album called Dangerous. And Power Rob is doing a collab with Popcorn Kid, a new single. That'll drop on October 15th called Love Ain't Good Enough.
Oh, that sounds
And
like
then,
a good deal there.
Right around that same time, Arcade High's new album, Kingdom 2, is dropping. So far, that track, that single they dropped last Friday
Don't get yourself
with
killed.
Ryan's wife singing.
It's
Awesome.
Great. It is
And
fun.
let's see, October 31st, Oceanside's new album, Hey Sexy, is dropping. And then November 5th, we've got Jay Diggs with his new album, Jams. And we should have him on as a guest next Wednesday. And apparently, Lucas, you're dropping your new album
This guy.
that same
Who's
day.
this guy?
Yeah.
Robots
November
with
5th, Robots with Rayguns.
Rayguns.
Are we allowed to know the name of the album yet?
Yeah, The Digital Life of Zanye Quest.
No.
Putting this in the notes. The
Can we
Digital
dig
Life of
into
Zanye
that
Quest.
when we're done? Because I want to find out
And-
where that came from.
I'll have to send you the artwork.
Oh my god.
I have it as like my header on my Twitter, but I haven't like officially. Well, no, I did post it the other night.
Zanye
But
Quest.
it's done by Blunt Action, who I believe did the Lil Nas X cover.
Go ahead.
But mine was done like a year and a half ago. But this album was actually pushed back, and some Savage Summer, I ended up doing that and releasing it like in the meantime. But now, if I had hired Blunt Action, I wouldn't be able to afford them.
It's funny how that happens, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, we got one more other. November 12th, another release. Hollywood Burns is back with a new album on November 12th called The Age of the Saucers.
Nice.
And there's tons of other stuff, but I could be rambling on and on for hours. So let's
Too
get
much.
to a song, because I know Night Audit is in the chat.
Yeah.
So yeah, Minneapolis artist Night Audit has a new track about to drop. It was sent to us from our Twin Cities friends, Paradise Arcade and Nitrowave TC. It features a collab with Megan McDuffie, and it's from the album of the same name that we mentioned, dropping October 1st. This is the titular track. Everybody take a drink. This is High Score featuring Megan McDuffie by Night Audit, right here on Night Ride FM.
album cover, I should be able to do that and not have fear that, oh, they're gonna veto it because of iTunes, and then it's like, well, this is my art. Like, fuck you. Like, I'll do what I want.
About the Cyboob. Ladies and gentlemen, that was High Score by Night Audit featuring Megan McDuffie. Man, we have some fun stories in the background while you guys are listening.
We're talking about artwork for albums and issues of like you were saying, Lucas. iTunes might have issues with certain things. Folks, if you haven't checked out Peter Zimmerman's albums artwork,
yes,
you're in for a treat.
And Cyboobs are okay. All right, we are running so long. What is next? We have a quick reminder about Neon Life, a indie Cindy wave. God, it's getting late. You do it. You do it, Jules.
All right. Yeah, so Neon Life, it's an indie synthwave fundraiser on Groupies. This one, 100% of sales goes to mental health institutions that support basically charities for mental health. And it's an amazing array of 25 artists from across the indie synthwave community and across the globe. They've all come together to create this fantastic bundle. It's called A Neon Life, and I'm posting the link right here in the chats.
It's
Go
cool.
get yourself. I think it's like $10 or $14 for the. I mean, you can pay like $1. You can pay $14 or $12, and you get a whole bunch of stuff. And if you pay a little bit more, you get merch. Lots and lots of merch.
Good merch. In fact, the Outland, what is it? The letter jacket.
Outland had their groupies going on. I think it might still be going on.
Oh wait, I think they have it in. Is it in? Oh, that is. I'm mixing them up.
Yeah, Outland has their own.
They
groupies.
have their own groupies.
Yeah, I know. Back in August, there was another groupies by some guy named Neon Fawkes.
Yeah,
that was an awesome groupies. Man.
That was a pretty awesome one.
Really?
I got some good loot on that.
Yeah, groupies reached out to me and let me curate one.
I got a jacket CD.
They're great. They're awesome.
Yeah,
I've done a few of those.
I did the default like 20% of sales go to charity. I didn't know you could like just say 100%. Man,
yeah, Jules, way to go. Way to pocket that cash.
Now slightly off topic. Tomorrow, these guys called The Midnight.
Who?
Yeah, they're dropping a new official video for their song Deep Blue.
Oh, nice.
On YouTube. So yeah, head over to the Midnight YouTube channel and set your YouTube to remind you it's a new music video dropping.
Very good. Very good.
How about some birthdays?
Birthdays. Let's dive in.
Because artists have birthdays.
They do.
Yeah, actually, Lucas, when's yours?
May 2nd.
Right.
Very good.
I better get a present.
Mark that down.
Taking note. Yep. All right, so 2 days ago, it was Jordy from The Last Concord celebrated a birthday, as well as artist Pastronic. And today, Max Overdrive 1986 from Florida is celebrating a birthday, as well as Jared from Retro Revolutions, the guys who make those cool like retro, like redone up consoles.
Yeah.
And also, I think most people know this guy, Glitch Black, celebrating a birthday today. I still want like an action figure of Glitch Black.
That would be dope.
Yep. Let's see. Tomorrow, John from Ethereal Delusions, who's also half of Glitterwolf, is going to be celebrating a birthday. And let's see. Johnny Laser from Steel City Collective is going to be celebrating her birthday tomorrow, as well as this artist Palestad. She's going to be celebrating her birthday. And then on Friday, it's Lombardo's birthday. I believe Lombardo is signed to Aztec.
Sweet.
And also, this guy, Josh Daly, you might know him.
I've heard of him.
Birthday. Yeah, he'll be celebrating his birthday on Friday. And on Saturday, it's Mark from TW1 Records, aka Spectral Knight. And finally, on Sunday, Aiden Clark, producer, celebrating a birthday, as well as Michael Oakley's significant other, Linda Oakley, and the band Parallax. So that's it for the birthdays. Happy birthday, everyone.
Happy birthday, everyone
Yeah.
that's having a birthday.
Let's get back to the music.
Yes, let's do it. What
All
do we
right.
got?
Our Finnish friend, Turbo Knight. He has dropped a new EP. It's called Saturday Night and Sunday Afternoon. And the first track on the EP features a collab with Demi K and System
I
Glitch.
love this one.
And yeah, the lyrics will have you in hysterics. So here it is. This is Low Grade Fever right here on Night Ride FM.
Hey baby, you ready to go out and party? Yeah, no, me neither, but like, it's been such a long time, we probably should, right?
Slapping on this three-piece suit, slipping into wingtip shoes, splashing on 3 slaps of brood. So I need a parachute. Girl, you know I'm wishing for a sexy expedition. Only one thing's missing, and that's the government's permission. I can't wait to get close to you in a socially distanced manner. I can't wait to make your dreams come true on something like a Zoom teleconference. Come a little closer, baby. No, that's like too close. Wait, no, back up. Okay, like one more step. Oh yeah, that's it. Girl, you're giving me a low-grade fever. My body's aching for you, baby. I'm short of breath and my heart's got palpitations. This could be love or a clinical presentation. I'm gonna buy you fancy things. I'm checking Amazon. Other must and sanitizer that the lady wants. Quality libations, electrolyte hydration. My love and dispensation shipped direct to your location, baby.
That's right. Let me hear that sexy guitar, baby. Alright, let's kick it up. Here we go.
Girl, you're giving me a low-grade fever. My body's aching for you, baby. I'm short of breath and my heart's got palpitations. This could be love or a clinical presentation.
Man, I bet that solo was tasty, right, girl? I'm gonna have to take your word for it, though, because I can't smell or taste anything right now. So weird. Yeah. Shine on. You know, on second thought, I think I'm gonna go back to bed. Don't worry, baby. No, it's not you. It's not you. It's me. It's me. I just feel like we should see other hospitals right now. You know what I'm saying?
And once again, that was Low Grade Fever with Turbo Knight featuring Demi K and System Glitch. I love it.
Man, the lyrics are just hilarious.
Oh, God, I love it so much. All right.
All right. We got to say bye-bye to our guest, Robots with Rayguns. Dennis, I think we have a couple of more questions to ask you this
Yeah,
year.
just a real quick question. Now, you said the name of the album, which is just crazy, over the top name that is
The
completely
Digital Life of
expected.
Zanye Quest.
I totally expected this album to be named something crazy like that. Is there like a little story behind the name? Anything going through your mind when you thought of the name for the album?
It's kind of like an alter ego type thing where, you know, the Zanya Quest kind of character of this like chrome guy with sunglasses and the chain around his neck with the logo, but it's just kind of like an artistic personification of my creative ego.
Nice.
Just kind of unadulterated ego, and just kind of like this is kind of my exercise in embracing that and the bravado that comes with it, which I think every artist kind of struggles with, balancing that and kind of being fearful of your own ego, and that's kind of how I've always been. So this is my way of kind of embracing it in order to kill it.
And so this drops November 5th for those of you listening.
Yes.
I'm putting the link. So it's robotswithrayguns.bandcamp.com. You can also find it, I guess, on your robots. Let me just check this here.
Yeah, and I am teaming up with Time Slave, who put out Wild Style on vinyl, to put out the physical copies. So it'll most likely be on their Bandcamp page.
Okay.
So the Time Slave Records Bandcamp.
Time
We're gonna
Slaves.
do CD, tape, vinyl, collector's edition, collectible cart. Like, it's gonna be a huge thing.
All right. So you know what? I'm gonna pop your Bandcamp link in the chats, and then I'm gonna pop the timeslaves.bandcamp.com, because I know you've done some stuff with them before, right?
Just the Wild Style vinyl so
okay,
far,
Wild
but
Style.
they're awesome.
Well, very good. And
Yeah, you know what?
go out.
Z made a good point. It's kind of hard to forget the 5th of November. Remember.
I didn't even think about that. till
Yeah,
now.
it's
How
Neon
did I
Fawkes.
not
It's Neon
think about
Fawkes
that?
Day.
Nice. You doing anything special, Jules?
No. I'll be like nursing my credit card after all the
Yes.
crap I'll be doing in October. We'll get to that in a sec. But
Yeah.
Lucas, thank you so much
Thank
for
you
joining us
so
tonight.
much.
Thank
This
you
was
guys
so
for
fun.
finally having me in.
Oh,
I had a lot of fun.
Our pleasure, man. We love your music, and man, I can't wait. I can't wait to check out the new album. Very excited, and go out, buy that album.
Visual Life of Zanya Quest, November 5th.
Yes.
On Time Slaves.
And thank you so much.
Have a
And
good night.
Have a good night,
All
man.
right, you guys have a good one.
All
Ciao.
right. Mr. Neon Fawkes. We are in our
This is,
7th inning stretch.
Yep. Let's blast through some touring and event news, because folks who are listening, there are live shows to see.
Let's do it.
All right. So, as Lucas was alluding to, or we were talking about, September 24th, which is this Friday night, in San Francisco at the DNA Lounge, Robots with Rayguns and Watch Out for Snakes will be playing along with DJ sets from their local DJs. Let's see, starting this Saturday, the Party Till We Break tour. That's Cybertronic Spree, the guys from Toronto who dress up like Transformers.
Yes, I love these guys.
Yeah, they're going to be touring till December 10th, the US and Canada. And then so Essenger is going to be joining them in a whole bunch of stops. And I know that in a couple of stops, one of them, Watch Out for Snakes, is going to be playing with them.
Sweet.
So yeah, Wafts is on his own like mini tour. Just
He's
going
all.
everywhere.
Where is he not? He's all over the place.
I know, like he was in Florida, I think last week or something.
We gotta have him on the show. We really do.
Yeah, damn right.
We're gonna hook that up. I gotta get in touch with him because
Yeah.
he's like putting shows together. He's
I know, the
touring.
guy's on a mission this year and
He
next
is-
year, I guess.
He's a beast.
Let's see, October 9th, we had our surprise guest on, Michael Oakley. His
Yeah.
one night only, a Michael Oakley live streaming event.
And Scandroid.
Yeah, and Scandroid, yeah. So that's going to be online at bandcamp.com. Just go to the new Retrowave Bandcamp webpage. Also, October 9th, if you're over in Derby, UK, you're a lucky son of a bitch because you get to go to the Outrun the Sun Festival.
Oh,
It's
yes.
featuring Kallax, Wolf Club, New Arcades, Lost Outer, Player One, Roxy Drive, Paradise Walk, and Iverson. And then, let's see, October 15th, now down back to North America here, October 15th, down in St. Paul, Minnesota. We've got the Nitrowave TC event. It's got Memorex Memories, Psych, Bad and Rad, System 96 with DJ sets by Galaxy 80.
Sounds fun.
And yeah, also October 15th in Toronto, Honeybeard is doing a live show. with support by Anatone Mania.
Okay.
Yep, and also a DJ set by some dude named Neon Fawkes.
Who?
Yeah, I have to blow the dust off my DJ controller and get out.
You do, man.
Yeah.
It's been a
And
long
then
time.
October 16th, you put this on my little radar. It's the Synth Rave live in Croydon, UK. So it's a live DJ set by LeBrock, who was doing these. Yeah, he was doing live streams
It's
of
true.
this throughout the pandemic. Now he's going to be live in person doing a DJ set in Croydon. And October 21st to the 24th, it's the Neon Rose Fest over in Portland. Big event. It's 4 nights of synthwave. I'm going to run through these names really, really quick because we are running out of time. We got Brothel, Tonebox, Dream Reaper, Facehugger, Destroyer, Memorex Memories, System 96, Psych, No Face, Mellow Fields, Plane, Knight Rider 87, Watch Out for Snakes, Arcade High, Comtrue, Starfarer, and Megatronics. And October 29th to the 31st, Digital Nightmares on the Nightmare Owl YouTube channel. It's going to feature Dawnbor, Glitch Laser, Equilis. We've played the track by them before.
Yeah.
Retrology, No Wave, Tokyo Rose, remember them?
Oh, yeah.
Owlvision, Extra Terra, Merchant, Alex, and more. And October 30th, we're getting close to Halloween, I guess. There'll be Cyber Nightmares 2 in Mesa, Arizona with Starfarer. If, like IFF, Neuron Spectre, talking about caps, and DJ sets by Heretic G.
in Mesa, Arizona.
DJ sets by Heretic G and Rad Dude. And finally, this is coming up November 6th to the 27th, the Midnight's North American Tour number 1, which is going to be hitting places in the US and Canada, mostly on the West Coast. But fear not, early next year, I think like February, March, they're going to be coming over to the East Coast. After a little stop in Europe, I think. I don't know. Anyways,
Very nice.
we have another song.
Yes.
Then we get to shout outs and wrap up this show.
Let's do it.
All right, Colorado artist Jacket dropped his album Volume 1 Dream back in July, and now he's got a follow-up of remixes, which is going to be out October 1st. There's remixes by Demi K, Seth Duncan, Dastron, Celerect, LA Dreams, and many, many more. So check this song out. This is Jacket with Alive, with the remix by our friend Yoru, right here on Night Ride FM.
Looking out into the black, through the dark to find a way. Is this how it has to be? Reaching on, no turning back, searching for a better day. Is this who we are? Lost in the night.
Once again, that was Alive, the Yoru remix by Jacket.
Yeah, Dennis, man, that song, it heaps fucking proper well good, eh?
Does it now?
By the way, a quick shout out to our buddy Howells, who
Yeah.
just jumped into the YouTube chat. He's like, oh, God, I missed the State of Synth. Well, yeah, you kind of did, but we do have one last song to play.
We do have one more song, and you can always check us
Before
out
that-
the archives.
Yes, you can always catch us on the archives, or if you're on YouTube, Howells, you can always just drag that slider back.
It's
and
true.
Rewind.
Do the rewind. What part are we on the show now? We are
Yeah, we
on
got-
the...
Shout outs.
Oh, the shout-outs. Very nice.
Yeah, you got a sleepy shout out.
All right, I have a sleepy shout-out. Now, we're going to start a new thing, I think, where if you guys want to get a shout-out, if you cannot listen live, which, you know, I mean, who wouldn't want to wake up at 4 in the morning to listen to the State of Synth? You know, if you can't, I guess I understand it. We'll give you a sleepy shout-out. So I don't know what a sleepy shout-out... Do we have to say it like we're sleepy? Or...
No. Excited.
We're gonna send this out to no, I'm just kidding. We're gonna give you a nice peppy shout out to Marcelo, who is on our Discord. He's an awesome dude, and he is on our Discord, and he's an awesome dude. How was that? Did I do a good one? Was
Yes,
that a
you
good
did.
sleepy shout out? Shout out to you, my friend. Thank you so much for listening. And of course, we want to send a shout out to our Patreons. You can always go to patreon.com/NightRideFM. We have a brand new Patreon into our CS80 club. We have a guy by the name of Turbo Knight. So, welcome to the cool club, buddy. Thank you so much for your very gracious patronage. Is that a word?
Yes.
And we also have...
Patreonage. That's a new one. It's patronage. But
yeah,
sure.
whatever. You know, I'm from New Jersey. We have Victor Sealy. Seal? Victor Seal?
Seal.
E? Maybe. The E could be silent. He joined our Roland SH101 club. Thank you so much, friend of Night Ride. And Marcelo. Is it the same Marcelo?
It is.
Did he actually ask me to do a shout out? And then I just gave him another shout out.
There you go. Double shout out.
Double shout out goes to Marcelo, assuming it's the same person, who joined our Roland SH101 friend of Night Ride Patreon level. Thank you so much for joining that and helping us out, pay the bills. And a quick shout out to the chat, anyone that is still here. This is an epic long show, but we have a couple people that hung out.
Yeah. Craig Packman's still around, and Rex Balls is still around.
Zoo.
Zoo's still around.
Yeah.
And, you know, our Overlord Z, he's still around.
Yeah, of course, he never
Of
leaves.
course, Howells has joined us.
Yeah, very nice. It's very exciting.
Thank you, everyone, for listening in.
Thank you for listening. You can always go to patreon.com/NightRideFM. You can also go to our brand new spanking website, thestateofsynth.com, and you can actually get show notes. You can get track listings, track artists. You can find out the guests who we played. You can find out a whole bunch of other cool information, even buy us a beer, if that's your thing.
Oh, by the way, you know what? I just realized I didn't do a shout out to the Tilt
The
from
Tilt!
Serbia. Who's in our IRC chat. He's been there for a while now.
He's been here since the beginning, I think. Maybe. Thank you so much for tuning in. And real quick announcement too, we did mention it earlier, but we figure we'll mention it once again. We did get picked up. We are now syndicated on Neo Radio, which basically means that you can hear the show played on the weekends. If that's your thing, if you just like chilling to the radio on the weekends and doing your thing, you can catch a rerun of The State of Synth on neoradio.com, I think.
Yeah, it's it's go to hitradio.nz.
Yes, that.
Neo.
Do that.
I'm gonna
Not
post
what I
that.
said.
Yeah, Neo Radio.
We're still learning things.
NZ. New Zealand.
Yeah, New Zealand, you know, because those guys are cool.
Mm-hmm.
All the New Zealand and Australians, we love them.
Out of Auckland.
Auckland.
New Zealand.
Very nice. That
Yeah.
sounds like a wonderful place. I would like to visit that someday and hang out. Have
Once once again, it's a bit of a sad day because today was the last episode of Forever Synth.
Yeah.
I'm sure they're gonna upload it to SoundCloud. So if you missed it,
Yeah, play that back because
Yeah.
those guys are cool, and much props to Joe and Rob. We hope they have many, many wonderful adventures to come. But now just listen to the State of Synth because we're the best news chat show there is.
Yep.
Are we done?
Okay, so many thanks to our
we go.
guests, Robots with Rayguns. And join us next week. We're gonna be joined by Jay
Diggs. I'm so excited for that. I love that dude.
All right, let's play everyone out with a track.
All right, let's do it.
Where we're gonna play you folks out with this newest track from Italian artist Micromat Scenes. He's going for a more like Euro dance vibe in this one.
Yeah.
This is Voice of a Generation by Micromat Scenes here on Night Ride FM. This is State of Synth. Have a good night, everyone.
Bye-bye.